Want to safeguard your child's financial future? You came to the right place. With so many options available, choosing the best one can be challenging, especially when it comes down to 529 plan versus UTMA, Uniform Transfers to Minors Act, or UGMA, Uniform Gifts to Minors Act accounts. In this video, I will uncover the key similarities and differences between these accounts. By the end, you will have all the knowledge you need to make an informed choice tailored to your unique situation. Hello, I'm Ohan, also known as Ohan the Money Doctor. If this is your first time on this channel, thank you for stopping by. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm a doctor of economics and a certified financial planner professional with over 20 years of financial industry experience. This YouTube channel is about simplifying personal finance, ready to get clear insights and take a big step towards securing your child's financial future? Let's dive in. First, let's clarify something important about UTMA and UGMA accounts. Both are custodial accounts designed to let adults invest on behalf of minors. The custodian, an adult, manages and invests holdings in the account for minor. While they share similarities, the key difference lies in the type of assets you can hold in each. UGMA accounts can hold only financial assets like cash, stocks, mutual funds, insurance policies, and annuities. UGMA accounts are permitted in all states. On the other hand, UTMA accounts are more flexible or resourceful, allowing for a broader range of assets including art, intellectual property, real estate, and more, making them the preferred custodial account for many. Almost every state recognizes UTMA accounts, with a few exceptions. Although it is possible to benefit from having both UTMA and UGMA accounts, our focus today is on comparing the 529 plan with UTMA accounts, as the latter is the favorite choice for many when it comes to custodial accounts. Understanding the difference between UTMA account and 529 plan is crucial for choosing the right one for your unique situation and goals. In today's video, I will guide you through this decision-making process. Let's start by covering the basics of each account type before discussing their differences. What are 529 plans? 529 plans are tax-advantaged savings accounts specifically designed for educational expenses. The beneficiary, often a child, is the individual for whom the account is established. These funds can be used for qualified educational expenses at accredited institutions across the U.S. Expenses made from 529 plan must be qualified to maintain the tax advantage. Yes, you want the expenses to qualify for the tax advantages that 529 plan offers. Qualified expenses for 529 plan include tuition, fees, books, room and board, even covering K-12 tuition up to $10,000 per year for public, private, or religious schools. Beyond college, 529 plans also support apprenticeship costs and student loan repayments, benefiting fields like mechanics, plumbing, and carpentry. Funded with after-tax dollars, similar to Roth IRAs, the money in 529 plan grows and can be withdrawn tax-free when used for these approved education-related expenses. By the way, anyone can add money to 529 plan for a child. Parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, step-parents, and even friends. While each state's Treasury Department manages its own 529 plan, with varying account maximums, there can only be one account holder, usually the parent, with the future student as the beneficiary. However, it is also possible for account owners to set up plans for their own education. Now, what is a UTMA account? A UTMA account is a savings account set up in child's name with an adult family member like a parent or grandparent acting as the custodian. However, the custodian role can be assigned to anyone you trust. This custodian maintains control over account until the child reaches the age of majority, which is typically 21 in many states, though it can vary up to 25 depending on your location. Upon reaching this age, the child assumes control and can use the funds as they see fit. UTMA accounts can contain cash, securities, real estate, or even art, offering great flexibility with no contribution limits, withdrawal penalties, or spending instructions. There is no such thing as qualified or non-qualified expense for UTMA accounts, like in the case of 529 plans. Despite this flexibility, custodians must comply with a fiduciary duty, meaning they must always act in the best interest of the child. They manage and invest the account funds until the child reaches the age of majority. While UTMA accounts aren't specifically designed for college savings, the funds can certainly be applied towards educational expenses. It is important to note that contributions to UTMA account are irrevocable, meaning once assets are transferred into the account, they belong to the minor and cannot be taken back. Additionally, the beneficiary of the UTMA account cannot be changed once it is set. Now that we have covered the basic of the 529 plan and the UTMA account, let's dive into the key differences between them to see which one might be the best fit for your situation and your child's future. Plus, if you stick around until the end, I will reveal a change to the 529 plan that could clear up any hesitations you have about whether your child will use the funds for education or not. For the UTMA account, I'll share a crucial factor you will want to consider to ensure all the effort and resources you have put into this account are worthwhile. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But first, if you are enjoying this video, remember to give it thumbs up and comment below with any questions you have about this topic. One of your questions might be the focus of one of my upcoming videos. Now, here are the 4 key differences between a 529 plan and UTMA account. The first key difference is about the account ownership. Who exactly owns each type of account? For the UTMA account, the minor is the official owner, with an adult custodian overseeing the account until the minor reaches adulthood. In contrast, a parent or grandparent typically owns a 529 plan. The beneficiary child is not an owner. Should the funds in 529 plan not be used for the child's education, there are alternatives. The owner has the flexibility to change the beneficiary to another family member, like a sibling, first cousin, grandparent, aunt, uncle, or even themselves. The second major difference involves financial aid eligibility. When using the UTMA account for college savings, be aware that its holdings count toward the minor's financial assets. This is because unlike a 529 plan, where the parent is the owner, the UTMA account is owned by the minor. Hence, for financial aid purposes, the UTMA holdings are considered the student's assets, potentially reducing eligibility for financial aid, including certain government and community aids. It is wise to consult a tax professional before setting up a custodial account. This is a key reason why the 529 plan is often preferred for college financial aid prospects. The third difference is about qualified expenses. UTMA accounts don't differentiate qualified or non-qualified expenses. Once the minor reaches the age of majority and assumes ownership of the account, they can use the funds for any purpose they choose, without any restrictions. In the 529 plan, there is a clear distinction between qualified and non-qualified expenses. Using 529 funds for non-qualified expenses means the withdrawn amount will be subject to taxes. Examples of non-qualified expenses include optional fees, travel costs not related to education, expenses for team sports, and non-educational computer software. However, withdrawals from qualified education expenses from 529 plan are free from federal income tax and penalties. Qualified expenses broadly cover essential educational costs like tuition, housing, meal plans, mandatory fees, and required books and supplies. Recently, certain computer and related equipment expenses have been classified as qualified. Additionally, some off-campus housing costs and commuting expenses, along with equipment needed for special needs students, are typically considered qualified expenses. The four differences between 529 plan and UTMA account: taxation. 529 plan offers tax advantages, allowing individuals to save for beneficiaries' educational expenses. Earnings in this plan grow tax-free at the federal level, with additional state tax benefits potentially available. This setup helps your investments grow more rapidly, as you are not taxed on income or capital gains. While contributions to 529 plan are made with after-tax dollars and are not deductible on your federal tax return, investing in your home state's 529 plan might qualify you for state income tax deductions. In the case of UTMA accounts, since the child owns the money, some earnings may be exempt from federal income taxes, while others could be taxed at the child's lower tax rate, potentially leading to significant savings. However, for education expenses, 529 plan offers a greater tax advantage than the UTMA account. Although there are no federal contribution limits for either account type, it is wise to stay below the annual gift tax exclusion to avoid unnecessary taxes. Now, how do you choose the right 529 plan? You can select a plan from your state of residence or national plan. It is important to note that according to IRS regulations, while you can select an investment portfolio within 529 plan, you are not able to pick individual stocks, mutual funds, or ETFs. Your investment choices range from various mutual fund portfolios, allowing you to tailor your investment strategy. Another option is age-based or target date portfolio, which automatically shifts towards more conservative investments as the beneficiary approaches college age. In contrast, UTMA accounts offer broader investment choices, including stocks, bonds, mutual funds, index funds, ETFs, CDs, real estate, art, royalties, patents, and more. Choosing the best account type, whether 529 plan or UTMA account, depends on your unique financial situation. Generally, for education savings, the 529 plan often is the best choice. Both account types influence financial aid eligibility, but they are weighted differently in the calculation. 529 plan, being parent-owned, is more favorable for financial aid approval compared to UTMA account, which is considered the child's asset. As promised, here is a significant update to 529 plans that could resolve any uncertainties or doubts you may have about whether your child will use the funds for educational purposes or not. With the introduction of major updates under the Secured Act 2.0 starting in 2024, you will have the option to transfer unused 529 plan funds to Roth IRA for the beneficiary. This transfer is tax and penalty-free, provided the 529 plan contributions were not made within the last 5 years, offering a flexible solution for those uncertain about their child's college funding needs. On the other hand, if you are uncertain about the specific purpose of the funds, a UTMA account might be the better choice. But now, as I promised, let's discuss a crucial aspect of UTMA accounts. In certain situations, this could be disservice to you and your child as they reach the age of majority. See, the assets in UTMA account transfer to the minor upon reaching the age of majority, allowing them to use the funds without any restrictions. Once the beneficiary gains control, the original account owner has no say in how the funds are used. This freedom means the new owner can spend the money as they wish, which in some instances could lead to irresponsible spending. Such expenditures might not offer any value and could even be harmful. Therefore, it is important to weigh these considerations before deciding on type of the account. Often, having both 529 plan and UTMA account can be beneficial, providing a mix of features and benefits from both worlds. You can establish 529 plan and UTMA account with many brokerage firms. I personally prefer Vanguard, Fidelity, and Charles Schwab, although I'm not affiliated with them. And don't forget, always consult with tax professional before making your final decision. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you haven't downloaded my free guide to jumpstart your investing and building wealth, it is available completely free, and I will leave a link in the description below. See you in my next video.